Okay, so that's how I started a new life as Master Belduke's butler.
Sir Belduke would sometimes work as a physician, curing the townspeople of their illnesses. As his assistant, you also have shown commitment to helping the townspeople through your work.
I forgot about being a witch and was able to live happily at peace with everyone. I thought I could stay like that forever.
But those peaceful days came to an abrupt end. Tell us, what in the world was the cause?
Even I'm not quite sure what led to this. However, it all started 3 months ago with that lightning strike.
Oh shit! Oh!
Master Belduke and I were on our way back home, carrying specimens for experiments. An old bell tower appeared in the flames. Everyone who saw it was stupefied. But the expression on Master Belduke's face was unlike anything I'd seen before.
What do you mean?
His face went pale and twisted in sheer terror. He was shaking violently. It wasn't just astonishment as an unusual phenomenon. He seemed as if he was afraid of something more concrete.
Perhaps Sir Belduke saw something that others couldn't.
He cancelled his experiments for that night and began writing a letter to someone.
A letter?
I found out about it when I brought him his bottle of tomato juice. He was writing feverishly as if he were possessed. I saw some things. A few words in that letter. Expose everything. Cannot keep the secret any longer. The truth about the witch. Master Belduke was going to confess that I was a witch. Everything went black in front of my eyes. I will never forget the feeling that overwhelmed me at that moment.
Is that when you decided to commit the crime?
What I did first was accidentally singe a part of the wall in my room. It was an excuse to repaint that section of the wall green.
Then you also painted the wall behind the painting in Sir Belduke's study.
And when that fateful night came, I used a syringe to inject a soporific through the cork and into the bottle of tomato juice. So many thoughts were running through my head as I wished Master a good night. I opened the portal behind him. He was right there in front of me, asleep. I reached for the center in the letterbox, taking care not to wake him. And then I happened to notice the name on the envelope. Storyteller. When I read that name, the world all around me turned black once more. It's impossible to avoid what is written by the storyteller. It seemed as though I could hear the doors to all escape routes shutting closed. It was the sound of despair. I would like you to believe me that the thought of taking Master Belduke's life never once occurred to me. I only planned to steal that letter and then disappear. But as I looked upon Master sleeping there in front of me, at that moment I felt an evil presence awaken within me. Why did he save my life? And why did he betray me? Before I realized what I was doing, my hands were clutching his neck. He didn't move at all, so I kept on clenching his neck. That's it. That's the truth about what happened 3 months ago.
Damn. There's just one thing I fail to understand.
Yes?
You said you wanted to run away once you had stolen the letter. Yet despite that, you continued to live in Sir Belduke's residence, and now here you stand. Why did you not run away?
My life had been thrown into disarray due to the absurdity of magic. I had learned all about alchemy, living at Master's residence. Alchemy is concerned with the logic that governs the world. I wanted to believe that there truly was such a thing. So I stayed in that place, hoping to one day see the irrational nature of magic overcome by the power of reason. Magic being overcome by reason. That night, I swapped the letter with blank sheets of parchment and waited for the sun to rise. I resolved to wait for the day when my true identity could be exposed through reason and logic. Master's death remained a mystery for 3 months, and people started to lose interest. And then you appeared, Mr. Wright. On the day you visited the residence, I was listening to your conversation from the other room. Has the time finally come for me? My heart was racing with anticipation. Then, a few minutes after everyone entered the room, an unbelievable incident took place.
That incident?
A witch appeared in Master's study. What? Yeah. Okay. I wanted to get a look at the witch, so I created a portal in the wall behind the painting. Precisely at that moment... Goldor! The witch used one of the very spells that I can use too. When I heard those words, a single thought flashed through my mind. This was my chance. I could dispose of my witch's scepter. I knew at the time what kind of a witch the Inquisition would be looking for. A witch that could use Familia and Goldor. It occurred to me that I only need to change one of the magic gems. I had previously found out that the Familia gem was purple. I realized that if I swapped the Goldor magic gem for my amethyst, I would pin the blame for my crime on the other witch. So you changed one of the gems and threw the witch's scepter into that room, is that correct? Exactly.
Objection!
Oh! Wait a minute, Jane Grail. The statement of yours is highly problematic. How so, Inquisitor Barnum? Yes, you are right.
Can someone explain to me what this is about?
I am a witch indeed. A sinful creature that killed the person for whom she owed her life. However, regarding the gentleman standing next to you, Mr. Wright, he may have fallen victim to a witch, but that witch was not me. Ah.
Oh.
What? Rubble, rubble, rubble! Longest trial ever, Rubble.
Order in the court. What is the meaning of this?
Jean Greyrell admits killing Sir Belduke, but not to turning Sir Layton into gold. Oh. That is the gist of it, my lord.
But lying about it is meaningless.
Lying? Just being a witch is a crime in itself, and the punishment for that crime is the same, regardless of whether she took one person's life or two. That's why there's no point in lying about it. I'm sure that's what the judge is thinking. Greyrell is still claiming he never laid a finger on the professor, but if there's no point in lying, does that mean she must be telling the truth? So in that case, who's responsible for what happened to the professor? If it wasn't her, then who was it? Mind if I say something?
Take a hint, witness.
Does it feel like this is the right moment for you to talk? Well, yeah, that's kind of what I was staying quiet until now. But I'll either say it now or never.
Don't simply fall silent after saying that. It only makes it weigh on my mind even more. Whatever do you want to say?
Oi, Bluey.
Yes?
I need to make sure about something. My head's not what it used to be, you know?
Yes?
The alchemist butler, Lady Butler, she slipped sleep medicine into his drink? That's correct, she laced his tomato juice with it. And then she strangled the alchemist afterwards? Yes, Sir Belduke was unconscious from the sleep medicine, so he didn't resist. And that explains why we found no signs of struggle at the crime scene. Yeah, about that. I let it slip earlier about what I did at the crime scene, right? I told you about that, juice I had a few sips of?
And you sleep medicine mixed in made you sleep like a dog. Yes, we remember.
Yeah, well, here's this thing. This is just between us, okay? You see, when I appropriated that juice, the juice bottle was, well, still unopened.
Was unopened?
Me throat was parched and I wasn't thinking straight. That brand new bottle was just there waiting for me with a corkscrew conveniently laid next to it. I couldn't just let that go to waste. I swiftly pulled out the cork and got to drinking. I don't know what's going on here. I hit a button by accident and now the menu's going nuts.
What?